This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
Everything. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it.
All right. So what's the news outlet?
We all be. We all be like.
We all be.
Yeah,
got it. And that's here in
Memphis.
Memphis. We all be Memphis. All right. Cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
So, brother, state your name.
David and Dr. David Anderson.
Oh, Dr. David Anderson,
Yeah.
and you are the founder and
yes, I'm the founder of the Empowerment Radio Network, the nation's only 100% black-owned talk radio network in the country, broadcasting.
What's the honor to talk to you, Dr. David? It's like on this rainy DC Saturday.
Yeah.
And we're here because of the homegoing celebration of Sister Dr. Frances CREss WElsIng.
Definitely.
And I just want to know, in your own words, what does she mean, her legacy?
Oh man, I flew in. This is my second time because the first time the white man made the snow come down, so they had to reschedule.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the honor of presenting her an award.
Wow.
With Dr. Ron Daniels. I had a celebration in 2012 in which he celebrated all of the Pan-Africanists, all of the activists, all of the RGBs, all of the people that are really grassroots in the struggle, not the Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons and all this type of stuff, but the cats that you really don't hear about. Mm-hmm. And so Ron Daniels organized this event at Howard, and I was actually one of the speakers that presented, and I was actually sitting at the table with Dr. WElsIng and my assistant, and we got to spend the whole night together at the Liaison Hotel. And of course, I attended Morris Brown College in Atlanta, and the first order of business in freshman year, my professor was Dr. Mausiki Scales. Mm-hmm. It was the ISIS papers, and I had never heard it prior to that experience. I had never heard of anything like this. I had never heard about being, black people being. I mean, you hear about it, but not from a statistician standpoint, not from a place of fact and a place of melanin being something that's power that can be utilized to harness energy and all this type of stuff. Never heard about anything about it, and it wasn't until Dr. Mausiki Scales, African History 101, that he presented this information. Was like, yo, read this ISIS paper. And so I didn't read the whole book. I got through half of it, but it was just so compelling that it just made me look at myself and like who I was a whole lot different. Because when you really get into media and you get into, which is why we invested in the Empowerment Radio Network, when you really get into what's really going on, there is an underlying agenda that really speaks to the perpetuation of black inferiority. This is an agenda that's just being serviced. It's being serviced by the prison industrial complex. It's being serviced on a medical level. It's being serviced on a real estate level, on a finance level, in every aspect of our lives. Mm-hmm. This information of negative information and black inferiority is going down, and it's going down in a major way. And so Dr. WElsIng, her information was anti that. It was anti-black inferiority. It was, you are great. Even in the movie Boomerang, when you go to see Boomerang, a lot of cats don't know that Martin Lawrence, his whole scene talking about, the pool table and how the pool table was green, and how the European thought that the pool table, the earth was flat. Well, that was a direct representation in which Martin Lawrence correlated this flat green earth to the white European thinking. Like who thinks on that level? That came directly from Frances CREss WElsIng's teachings. To go even further, how the main ball that you gotta hit to hit all the other balls, all the other balls are colored balls. And the game is not won until all these other colored balls go into these pockets. And then you finally win when the 8-ball goes down. That's racism and white supremacy to the fullest extent of the law. But like, you really don't understand that because it's so subliminal, and it's so minute that and it's also in a game.
Right.
That's even more messed up. So we walking around and we got these Jordans on and all this type of thing, listening to Lil Wayne and Beyonce, and people are like not even hip to what's going on. So the long and the short is, we all need to understand who Dr. WElsIng is if you're not privy to. and we all need to just get on the bandwagon, really. There's a lot of people that's on the bandwagon, but we don't need to let her leaving us just be something that we forget about. She's alive on YouTube. YouTube is not letting her die. You know what I'm saying? And organizations like Empowerment Radio Network, you know, we produce the Bev Smith Show. You listen to Bev Smith every night, you know, that's Empowerment Radio Network. You listen to Warren Ballantyne, that's Empowerment Radio Network. You listen to Michael M. Hotep, that's Empowerment Radio Network. You listen to Roland Martin, that's Empowerment Radio Network. You listen to Black Economics, that's Empowerment Radio Network. So we have a platform for ideas to survive infinity, you know, and that's the mission that we gotta be about, man. So, you know, I flew in, you know, I'm here, you know, I'm late, but I'm here. And this is what we got to be about, man. And then on another note, y'all need to go out and see Black Friday, man. I'm one of the executive producers on something called Black Friday. It's nuts. So you need to go check it out. Everybody's in it. You know what I mean? And you can go to theblackfridayfilm.com and check that out. You can also check out generation1film.com. Check that out, where we speak specifically to Black economics and Black economics matters, man. So, yo, I appreciate y'all, man. But, you know, Dr. WelsIng, we love you. And for all you young people that don't know, go to YouTube and type in Dr. Francis CREss WElsIng and get your learn on. All right? Hop.
Thank you, Dr. David. The word's great. Did you tell we love you, man, to keep on producing?
All right, man. Thanks.